Hello and welcome to Achievement Hunting 101. I'm FuFuCuddilyPoof, and this is level 230. Joining me tonight is Big L.
That's 16. No, haven't done that. Hey, everyone.
Vulgar Latin.
I'm the ghost of Christmas video gaming future. Ooh.
Oh,
And X to Hero.
Hey, it has been a while. How we all doing?
Or at least that's what I assume your Discord name is. It can be anything, Mr. Russian.
It's X Rождественский герой. X the Christmas
Gesundheit.
hero.
It's about 8 o'clock, but I think I'm going to miss the party.
What?
Just responding. I don't speak Chinese.
Of course.
All right. So this is kind of a mishmash crew. I don't think the four of us have ever recorded together. This is different.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is like a scoregami. I don't think us four unique people have been on the panel. So
God only knows where this is going to go.
It could go
I don't
anywhere.
know if I like this.
It could go everywhere. It could go nowhere. Probably a lot of that.
I don't like this with these 30-year-olds over here. This is not okay. Not okay.
you wait 6 years, and I'll be a 40-year-old.
All right, I'm going to stick tight.
You old fart.
You old fart.
Fart.
And then there's L.
L's all alone in his 40s now.
No.
With no Nate.
Terrible.
L's not over the hill, but he can see it. It's cresting it.
Wait to hear the answers to this question.
All right. Yes. Let's get into our topic this week. And this one comes from X to Hero. And, since he's here, I'll let you go ahead and read your question since this was your one. Yeah.
All right, no pressure or anything. So for this week's question, I was like, what if we did like a video game pipe dream? And then Vulgar was like, what if we just asked a real Christmas question? So I just combined them. And we would like to know your video game related Christmas or holiday wish item. Can be personal, more general, can be a real answer, a pipe dream, or anything and everything in between. So should I give my answer first?
Sure.
Okay.
Go right ahead.
So my realistic answer is I just wish I could get into the zone of I'm going to come home and I'm going to play a video game, because I often come home, or on my drive home rather, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to fire something up. It's going to be awesome. And then I get home and I'm tired and I bum in bed, or I just, doom scroll Reddit. And I wish I could just get into the zone of I'm going to play video games, because I got enough backlog for several lifetimes, so I should probably play them at some point. That. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But then my pipe dream Christmas present video game thing, whatever, if the Activision acquisition goes through, get me World of Warcraft on Game Pass.
I don't know if that
sounds
a pipe dream.
Wait, what do you want?
Sorry, I should clarify. Like subscription. That's not a word. Subscription totally paid for. Like if you subscribe to Game Pass, you get full World of Warcraft.
Now, how does that help you with your backlog?
I'd be willing to bet that's not that big of a pipe dream.
No, that does not help me with my backlog.
That sounds like
that is the antithesis of helping me with my backlog.
Yeah, you know what would be helpful? If I could just substitute one addiction for another. Just give me electronic crack for free.
I mean, they do call it World of Warcraft, but we all know it's really
hits free.
It's really World of Wardrobe. Let's be honest, that's what it's all about.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've never heard of anyone losing their life to World of Warcraft.
That's almost as addicting as Fashion Souls,
Tyrone Big L's.
No, I'd want Hearthstone for the record. I'm still surprised they haven't put Hearthstone on the console.
That's another one. I would be willing to bet that sometime in the future, if that acquisition goes through, that comes to console.
It's such an easy moneymaker. Like, people will just vomit money at them for that.
It just prints money.
It really does.
Hearthstone go brrr.
Yeah.
Yeah, if World of Warcraft doesn't come to console, which I kind of doubt it wouldn't, but at the very least, I could totally see that you have a subscription with like your Game Pass Ultimate subscription to that.
I don't know if it would come to console. I'm not asking for that. I know there's MMOs on console. I know they play fine, but I don't know. Just give it to me on PC. Give me all the expansions. Give me my what is it, $150 a year subscription? Like just let me play World of Warcraft.
Or even at the very least, if they don't give you the monthly subscription with your Game Pass subscription, they like just give you all the expansions, and then you just gotta sign up for the monthly bill. Either one of the scenarios seem very plausible.
I feel like you already get like most of it. Like I think you get up to Cataclysm. Now,
is it up to Cata at this point? Yeah, it's quite a bit you get for free.
I don't know if you get Panda Express.
I think you do. I'm not sure though. I know you definitely get up to Cataclysm.
Okay, that's where I stopped playing. Actually, I
have a question.
Beast mode top tier through Burning Crusade and Wrath, and then at the end of Cata, I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. So I got a lot to catch up on, including Pandas.
Which is crazy that you of all people stopped
playing
the Panda one.
You stopped at the Pandas.
I know.
That is crazy. That's where I figured you would have jumped ship like after beating that. Spending 1,000 hours in that expansion alone.
1,000 hours. That's cute that you think I only played 1,000 hours.
What's your question?
No. Oh, I just wanted to know what the hell everyone was talking about, but
the World of Warcraft.
Oh,
Perhaps you've heard of it.
Thankfully, I've never touched it. Oh,
it's that game that Ozzy Osbourne showed up in.
Oh man, that would be sweet. Just trying to carry you through World of Warcraft would be one of the most frustrating experiences of my entire life.
I quit. I'm not signing that up. I don't care what the achievements take. I don't care what we're doing on Thursday night. I quit.
I don't know if we could get Elle through the epic raid boss known as Hogger.
God. That would channel like so many flashbacks to Waka trying to get Elroy through Minecraft.
Would that?
But on crack.
Would I have my own Leroy Jenkins moment or something like that? Like, I'll get over here.
It'd be a lot of. It'd be a lot of like, depending on what you picked. Like you gotta hit that button. You gotta hit these things.
God,
these different buttons.
And whatever you do, don't stand in the fire.
He would be the tank, like over in the corner, not absorbing any damage whatsoever.
Keep losing your threat to a rogue. Come on, get good. Man, now I want to play Warcraft. This was a really bad idea.
Or a priest.
I've only played Warcraft 2. That was really good. Did you play the real Warcraft?
I'm surprised you played that.
Was that before
your time? You're missing out on
time?
Warcraft 3. That's my favorite one.
That was the one with Arthas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Arthas looking like John Kerry when he got turned into a lich.
It was just fun building stuff. Like no one wanted to. I don't know. They get to go fight the other guy. That was no fun.
So you want an RTS, but with no violence?
Yes. So like Halo.
Have you ever played?
Oh,
Darn, I was going to say that.
I was trying to think of something, but I wasn't coming up with anything.
You took that right out of my...
I know. When I played SimCity, I have to turn off the natural disasters. It's like Halo Wars without the war.
It's on Game Pass.
Yes.
You can play City Skylines.
City.
And it's one of the best cities building games that's on the platform. On any platform, actually. It's amazing.
PC and Xbox. It's so good.
Mm-hmm. You get to learn all about zoning laws.
So thrilling.
How could you pass up that opportunity, El?
I can hear Nate groaning in the distance right now.
You can do such things as make your sewage plant go downstream from where you get fresh water on accident and then realize you're slowly killing your citizens.
Oh, goodness.
Not that that's happened to me or anything.
The fact that someone took the time to like specifically code that is fantastic.
That shows you how good the game is.
Absolutely.
When you get that in depth with stuff, just makes it that much better.
City Skyline isn't even the most in-depth simulation game I've played. Like, you get some
Oh, no.
Crusader Kings 3 up in here.
I have not played that, and I don't have the time to invest into just beating the tutorial of that game.
You know, after the first 100 hours, you really get into the swing of things.
My point exactly.
I think you're not selling your game here, man.
I would love to play that, but I cannot.
It's a game where the stories are better than most of the other than actual gameplay sometimes.
Why don't you go ahead and read off your patron responses, X?
All right. So, Holiday Big Balls Berry. There was no transition there, was there? Well, his initial answer was, all I want is to give my wife a great Christmas. If I can get her some good things and surprise her with a thing or two, then my holiday season is made. And then I yelled at him because that wasn't game-related.
Aww.
And then he's like,
Damn it, Big Balls Barry. Stop trying to be so
That's
wholesome.
little balls, if you
Right?
ask
With your
me.
spirit of Christmas.
But then the lovey-dovey, I do this for my wife went right out the window. He's like, you sound like my wife, which I assume meant, naggy and annoying. She asks me what I love you, Kelsey. I know you can hear me. She asks me what I want for Christmas. I tell her. She laughs and says, try again. For gaming, and then we just go right from there. For gaming, I'd like to clean up DLC I have hanging around in games before 2023 starts. I want to knock out Star Wars Force Unleashed, a la Chewie, Vampire Survivors, my current addiction, Lonely Mountains Downhill,
So good.
Bikes, Ghost Runner, good choice, and Gotham Knights. I don't know anything about that one. So, we did get a game answer out of him. It took some wifing, but we got it.
So his
What else we
his
got?
answer was also to play his games.
Time.
I guess
The only
if you
thing
want to
we're not
look at
making
it
more
directly.
of.
I don't know if Santa's going to be bringing that under the
Alright.
tree. Just saying. Maybe a time
Well,
machine.
X did say that it could be a pipe dream.
Oh,
There we go. It was legitimate or a pipe dream.
it's true.
Elle, why don't you take your turn now?
Alrighty. So my real answer, as we've established that I'm old, is that, well, see, my answers are not really game related either. When you get older, you want household items and appliances and towels and socks.
I feel that too.
And stuff like that.
Adult diapers.
I mean, that.
Yeah.
Wait till I turn 50 at least, please. Jeez.
So, like, next week?
Adult diapers. Damn it. Yeah, like, and the stuff I wind up getting for Christmas, as a lot of these answers I believe are going to say that, you just get whatever you want for yourself as the year goes on. So when Christmas comes around, you're like, I don't know what I want. So last year,
Right.
my wife got me some stuff that I didn't know I wanted, like a heated blanket and a massage chair thing. So, like, those are cool gifts to get.
A massage
not a
chair
heated
sounds
chair
like
and a massage
great
blanket?
gift.
Those are things you utilize whilst gaming. So they are awesome. They're gaming accessories. My pipe dream answer, we're going to preface by sharing some news that just came out that bummed me out, that the Final Fantasy Pixel remasters, which, you know where I'm going with this. It was
Yep.
originally on PC and mobile, and like a new report came out. Oh, they're coming to some consoles, and they look to be PS4 and 5, whatever, and Switch. So Xbox is getting the shaft yet again.
Thanks,
Shocker.
Square.
But make it make sense, because why did Xbox get Crisis Core? I don't understand. I really don't understand.
Right?
Yeah, it really is random how they
I don't
pick and
really
choose.
understand
We
it.
got
We got-
Nier Automata, a year later.
You got that Final Fantasy Maxima thing. Like, we did. It's not like we get nothing.
Oh yeah, we got that a couple years later. Yeah,
When are they going to pull the Chrono Trigger?
Yeah, give us.
we did get the Chrono Cross remaster right on day one.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
exactly. and
This
Final
is-
Fantasy 7 and up.
This is my moment.
We know you don't like these games, Devin, but
I don't know what you're talking
Not
about.
at all.
That was a good pun. Sorry, I feel like
Did I
we
miss
didn't
something?
acknowledge your Chrono Trigger wordplay there.
yeah,
That was solid.
yeah, but he peaked during the preamble.
Yeah.
That's what he told us.
Oh, I haven't peaked. I haven't
Oh,
begun to
boy.
peak. Because when I peak, y'all are going to see it.
Ooh, good one.
Bow chicka wow wow.
That sounds very R-rated.
I'm used to my own podcast. Sorry. We'll continue.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
So Michelle in the patron room said, Sony just buys Square so they can stop pretending they care about us Xbox folks. Maybe that would just be better, so we don't have to keep thinking, oh, maybe we're going to get this time and not this other time. And
Right, then we're not
See-
met with disappointment literally every time.
exactly.
See, I don't agree with that because Sony's the good guys. They wouldn't keep exclusives. That's not
Right,
good for
they would
customers. That's
never
not good
do
for
that.
gaming.
That's bad for consumers.
The consolidation of all that stuff is not good. It will only harm people. I mean, what would us
I'm-
poor Xbox people do without JRPGs? Sony would never do that. That's not their MO.
Or their
Yeah, what he said.
their MMO. No,
Nah.
That's like a C for effort.
Got him.
just trying to get you to keep you on your game. So, yeah, that would be the ultimate. Just give us everything good that Square has made in the past when you guys were little kids. Super Nintendo games with achievements.
Yes.
Thank you.
What's a Super Nintendo?
Chewy on Ice says, I don't want a huge amount for Christmas myself. I mostly just want my kids to have a really good one. What's wrong with you people?
And
Stop
then X
being
yelled at him
wholesome.
because it wasn't
God
video
damn.
game related.
Damn it, Chewy. They're the perfect age to be really excited by all the magic of it. I have a feeling that by next year my eldest will have cracked the code. Oh, great. Now you're teaching him to use console commands? This is ridiculous, Chewy.
Up, down, down.
Unbelievable.
Left, right, B, A, select,
The
start.
Konami code. If you press me for an answer, though, I'd like a Series X. Finally be able to retire my One and Series S. And I wouldn't mind a TV upgrade. Both of these things are unlikely, though. I'm mostly expecting socks. Oh, as I said before, socks are good.
Apparently, Chewy is
And-
on Team Old.
Well,
You get a nice pair of Columbia socks though.
I mean, typical L answer would be to yell at you and say, stop buying so many friggin' games and just get the Series X and get the TV. But then I know Chewy's answer is going to be, well, I could hide the digital games from wifey and can't really hide a new TV. So I'm still going to say, it's Christmas. Get the TV. Get the Series X. You work hard for your money.
So hard for
There
the
you are.
money.
There it is. Yeah.
DMC
You better
strike.
treat yourself right because it's Christmas.
Treat yourself.
Treat
Do
yourself.
they use money in Scotland, though?
I know they have to exchange womple.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I
You
thought
can
they just like
hide
bartered
the,
sheep and peat or
you
something.
can hide the TV under your kilt.
Potato
Chewy.
market.
I think
Oh,
that's a good
God.
idea.
How wide are those hips if you're smuggling a TV and such to kill?
Yeah, so serious question. Are Series X's readily available yet?
I still have not seen one available for sale in person or online, other than the 3 I got on launch day.
Wow.
I was in
You
a
took them all.
You're right.
I saw
Sweet.
my first PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X while I was in GameStop the other week. Actually,
Still haven't
on
seen
Black
a PS5
Friday.
either.
Really?
Apparently,
I haven't
they had like
checked.
2 of each of them and then a bunch of Series S's. So, like, the GameStop by me must have just got stocked.
Now, does GameStop let you just buy the console, or they do those things they used to do where you have to buy like a little kit with it or like a protection plan? Remember
I
they
feel
used to
like
do
at
those
this
things?
point you can just buy a console. Yeah, it used to be
Wasn't
the
that like
bundle to
wasn't
sort
like a
of...
thing that GameStop used to do? You have to buy a.
Right, yeah, if you want the console, you have to buy $250 worth of garbage you don't need to get the console.
Old man remembers when
Yeah.
Funko used to make you, when you bought a Nintendo, you would buy a cleaning kit. Trying to get people to not blow in the cartridge, they would give you this cleaning kit to put the solution on this little thing to wipe down the. Yeah, no one used those things, I hope.
And then you would use the cleaning solution, and then you turn around and blow in the cartridge
Exactly.
to dry the cleaning solution, right?
Exactly. Yeah, that's always been one of their little gimmicks.
Yeah, I don't think they do that anymore. I know they did that on launch day when it was like new. You had to buy like 2 controllers or something along with it.
And a headset and like a year of gold, and yeah, it was a big scam.
I would
And like
suggest to
Just
everyone.
Dance 2014.
Nice. I would suggest to everyone, if you're an avid gamer and you're playing good games, get the good TV. You're gonna not regret it. Get a good TV, maybe a good headset, maybe a Series X. If you're someone who games every day, it's not a waste of money. You're going to use it. The games that you buy in your backlog that sit there are more of a waste of money than the TV you're going to use every day. That is my opinion.
That's a
And
true
most
story.
TVs have come down in price. They're only a few $100s. Or
I
potatoes.
will
The
say-
good ones are still more than a couple $100, like the really, really good ones. But
Oh, sure. Yeah, if you're going to try to get some like OLED TV or something, yeah, you're going to be spending quite a bit. But you
we
can
just got a
get
Neo
decent
QLED,
TV
and
for like
it is fantastic.
$500-$600. I'm jealous. I
I
want
have
to know.
a-
Did you get a Neo Geo?
I have like a 65.
Yeah, yes,
That's
a Neo Geo.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
How come we never got
So,
ACA Bonk's
Anyway,
Adventure? That's what I want to know. That was the only good Neo Geo game.
ooh,
Anyone ever hear of that?
some Metal Slug.
Bonk's
Metal
Adventure.
Slug people would like a word with you.
Arrow Fighters.
There you go. Whose turn is it?
Car-
Dev.
I'm going to read
Oh.
next.
Kenny. Like I said.
All right, so first
Like
one
I
is coming. First one's coming from Philip Wendell. He says, "First of all, greetings from Rome." Apparently, he's a gladiator.
You're in
this week
Rome?
or something.
When in Rome.
Second of all, my wish is to have more time to play some games. Everyone agrees with that.
Check your stocking
Wild
on
West 08
Christmas.
says, my personal wish list would be to get my gaming room TV and chair bought and set up so I could start using my room. A general Xbox wish would be BioShock 4 news.
Huh.
Now that's a pipe dream.
Hopefully not for too much
Well,
longer.
what was that game we
Hopefully
talked
Pipe
about?
Dream becomes reality.
Judas, I think it was called.
Yeah, not BioShock.
Yeah, that's totally not BioShock.
That's fine. Cheap ripoff of a beloved game.
Oh, I'm never mad about
The same way
spiritual successors or ripoffs.
Devin loves ukulele. See?
Oh, yeah. With every fiber of my being.
See? I told you.
I detect sarcasm.
Oh, no. Playing ukulele was one of the best joys that I've ever experienced. As soon as I was done, I had to delete it so that I could savor more time with ukulele if it ever showed up on RTDL again. The same way that you savor a fine wine by storing it away in a wine cellar so that it can age gracefully and you can see more of its notes develop and unravel.
That was beautiful.
Oh, is that true? If you uninstall a game, it gets better with time. I like that theory.
We'll
I
find
like
out.
that
Some
theory.
games certainly doesn't apply.
I like that.
All right. And then GT3 Option Fan says, I'm kind of in that weird stage of life where I end up picking out my own presents. That's called adulthood. You just buy your own crap all
Yeah,
throughout
well,
the year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting a new headset, gaming chair, and expansion card for my Series X. Dang. Somebody got a big Christmas bonus. Just some things
Whoa.
to help enhance my gaming experience. For more general gaming wish, I hope 2023 ends up being the awesome year for Xbox games that it looks to be. 2022 was decent from an Xbox perspective, but 2021 was better in his opinion. yeah, that kind of plays into what I would like. That honestly, it feels more like a pipe dream than anything. And that's just, have an Xbox exclusive come out.
You didn't like Scorn?
No, that is not my kind of game. I did not play that.
It's got the juice.
Can't imagine a
Yeah.
more beautiful thing.
It's literally a lot like Doom.
When I first found out that Scorn was real, I dropped everything.
It changed.
Another pipe dream that I would like is for Xbox to complete its backwards compatibility
Oh no.
and to get more or all the 360 games and OG Xbox games backwards compatible and with achievements.
Now you're
But that-
just going crazy talk here.
I know. That's why I said that is the biggest pipe dream. Morrowind with achievements. That's what I want.
I think you can do that with like a retro arch. Arc? Arch?
Yeah, retro achievements.
I don't know.
One of those things.
But if there's no gamer score,
All right.
are they really achievements?
And Devin, why don't you give yours?
You can make your own achievements. Just report back to me with your progress, Kenny, and I'll tell you if you got an achievement.
There we go.
Sounds
Did you
great.
steal a platter? Achievement. All right. So in patron responses, Scaravesi says a Silk Song release date. All right.
I think that's
Is that
a Vayner.
pipe dream or is that legit? I honestly don't know.
I think that's a Vayner.
Does Silk sing?
La la la.
Hello, Silk.
And the P-Tart says pretty, but also says my Christmas wish is for a new desk. I have been using a folding table since COVID, and now that I
Oh.
work from home full time, I would like a real
C-word.
desk and one where I could have room for my Xbox and gaming PC in addition to my work setup.
You
Thank you very much for emphasizing the capitals there. That was good.
You're welcome. I feel like I really need to, make people aware. Yeah, like an actual desk. I would love one of those too, like a standing desk, because I do the whole work from home thing, and I've had a standing desk before, and it's so choice. If you have the means, I would totally recommend one.
How do you work from home and not have a desk? I would
I
absolutely.
have a desk, but I don't have a standing desk. I have a table, more or less.
Man,
Yeah, work
and
from
then-
home. Living the dream.
right?
Yeah. Oh, the commute's pretty bad. And my coworkers that I live with, just me, is terrible. But, I've been doing okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds awful.
Yeah, wake up at the crack of 7:55 so I can get to work at 8.
Work from home, people.
And then I work behind my TV, so that's pretty nice.
Sounds phenomenal.
Oh yeah, dude, it's totally choice. And then for me, what I want for Christmas, I want it all: the dazzling highs, the terrifying lows, the creamy middles. I don't know, more time, more video games, just more, all of it, all at once, everything,
Everywhere.
all at once.
Settle down, Oliver.
But I guess really what I would be more interested in is, just keep doing what we're doing here as a community. It's been really fun having that to come back throughout the years. And I guess really I would like, more big co-op things. So throughout this year I did Medal of
Yeah.
Honor Airborne and some other stuff. And, those are much more fun times. Even if Medal of Honor Airborne is just the worst. But it was still fun to do it. And having more of those kind of cooperative things is fair. I feel like I probably spend way more time than I ought to playing video games, but I'd like to just play more with people.
It must be
And
a
then,
result of working from home. You want people interaction? Because I currently work with people, and then I come home and I don't want people interaction.
That's probably it. Yeah. And then, my pipe dream. Can Xbox just buy Capcom?
Huh.
I want that. Capcom they're the music makers and they're the dreamers of the dreams. And they made all of these games that I loved when I was younger and still love. And I keep collecting.
I know you love the Resident Evil games. What else?
Mega Man, Dead Rising. I bought the Disney Afternoon collection. They made just a string of bangers throughout the 80s and 90s.
When are we getting that Dino Crisis
Street
remake?
Fighter!
Speaking of pipe dreams.
Yep, Street Fighting. They made... Yeah, I mean, I bought the collections. I bought Darkstalkers. I bought, Final Fight when it came out and they had that collection. I keep buying all this stuff, and it would be so great if they could have them again. Let's get an exclusive Street Fighter, get that Evo scene, make some really good, honest to God, exclusives with Capcom since they have the IP and they just need the right direction. Who needs Activision? You get yourself some Capcom, the gold standard in the classics. Classics.
Bored with that. It'll never happen.
Classic.
But I like it. It's a good pipe dream.
See, I always wanted Bandai over Capcom. Give me all the anime games and whatnot.
Those are just licenses. Yeah, I don't know.
Both are good. Both will be great to have.
But like,
no way, especially after this Blizzard Activision acquisition, there's no way they're going to buy either one of them.
Yeah. But come on, think of more Dead Rising. Who doesn't love Dead Rising? Or mostly Street Fighter. I really want to play some Street Fighter and Mega Man and Resident Evil. And
another Dead Rising would be great.
At least we are getting Street Fighter 6. Just rest easy knowing that it's coming our way.
Yeah, it's weird that they skipped 5 completely. I don't know why you would do that and then just go straight to 6, but I mean, Street Fighter 4 is really good.
Yeah, 4 was great, and 6 is going to be a very nice sequel.
Mm-hmm.
It looks good for fighting fans.
I mean, I got that collection too. They released all the Street Fighter games and I bought them.
Oh, you
I
like
bought that one too. That was a good
You
one.
like collections, Devin?
Yeah, a little bit. Just a little bit.
Since you have all the Street Fighter games, Prue's looking for help in one of the Street Fighters.
Oh, yeah. Prue needs help in a lot of games.
Right now?
Yeah, and Back for Blood, he wants to play. There's many...
That's not a collection at all.
It's like a collection of dog crap.
It's a collection of grievances.
Left 4
I'm
Dead.
kidding. I like Back
Collects
for Blood.
Left 4 Dead and a card game and Uno and combines them.
You gotta believe in the heart of the cards to fight the zombies.
I like Back for Blood, but I understand why people don't.
Didn't have a group to play it. It doesn't seem fun to play on your own.
Oh, God, no. There's no way you'd be able to play that by yourself. You're going to get wrecked. All right. I think that will do it. As long as nobody else has any other pipe dreams they want to mention.
They have to be video game related.
A short
Or I'll
podcast?
yell at you.
Freedom Force 3. Stop making that BioShock nonsense and make another Freedom Force.
All right. Let's go into the game showcase. Let's hear from Devin first.
Sure. So the game I picked this week is a Game Pass game that I put on my RTDL because I put every Game Pass game that's below 12 hours or so in completion estimate on there, figuring that, I can figure out how to play it and knock it out, and it's generally good points. And it was a game called Recompile. Has anyone heard of Recompile?
Heard of it?
Heard of. Yes.
I was reading it as Recompile, but yes.
Yeah, it's kind of a Metroidvania. Kind of. It is a 3D action adventure game wherein you are a program starting up a long dead server, and you're getting different areas of it back online. And as you go through it, you do light third-person shootery combat and platforming, and eventually you get power-ups as you make your way through the 6 to 8 hour adventure, starting back up the computer.
Huh.
Yeah, the whole thing is that it also takes place over like 5 seconds. That's how, like, in real time you're going through the whole thing. I didn't like it as such.
Let's showcase this game that I hated.
Right, a great showcase.
It's different though, and it's weird. And I don't think, like, of the games that I've played this week, like, I could tell you all about Bastion, but you've all heard about Bastion. Nobody's heard about Recompile. It's different, and it's unique, and I felt like it failed, but it failed different. And it has a cool art style and aesthetic, though I found that sometimes the platforming was a little clunky, and I felt like they kind of rush at the end where eventually you just get a jetpack and you literally fly through the levels. And to beat the game with everything, you have to find all of the collectibles. And the guide that I used was one of the weirdest I've ever used. That said, there's an audience for this kind of thing if you're into vainery kind of experiences. Where, like, you get all of the weapons in the game super early. Like, I got them within the first hour, and I got the achievement for, hey, you have all the weapons in the game. Here you go. Like, okay, that's weird. And they're all different, like, fun themed things. So you have like a obliterate, delete, blue screen of death was one of the weapons that I had, which the blue screen of death was legit. It was a grenade launcher, and you had an ability to slow down time called underclocking. And I was like, oh, you're really just, your perception of time slowed because you're using less resources on your machine and slowing things down. And its commitment to the theme I thought was really nice. I just felt like more polish and tuning, having a little bit more to it would have been better, kind of spacing out so there was other upgrades. And also there were things that happened, like at one point I figured out that if you dash right before you're about to take a lethal fall, you'll survive. Because it's based off of your momentum, and dashing cancels your downward momentum and moves it all to straight momentum, and then you fall harmlessly to the ground.
Indie games.
Oh.
Imagine if that worked in real life.
Yeah. And
did you try dashing through the snow?
I ended up getting in a one-horse open sleigh.
Over the fields we go.
Laughing all the way.
Oh.
But what ended up happening was I got stuck. So I survived the fall to the ground, and I could make it to the next area. But I was supposed to pick up a double jump, which was higher up in the level. But I survived the fall to the level, and I couldn't go back to the hub world to restart the level. So I had to figure out, using just the level geometry, ways that I could use my single jump and dash to get up to where the double jump was so that I could continue to make progress in the game, because through no fault of my own, I had broken the game.
That sounds like your fault. You shouldn't have dashed.
He's just, yeah, shouldn't, I guess. So it's different. It has a lot of TAD for what effort that you have to put into the game. Now, Recompile has like 2,000 some TAD, and it took me like took me about 6-ish hours on the dot, thereabouts, even including my big mistake. And then, yeah, if you play it too, don't worry about the collectibles, because eventually you do get a jetpack and you just zoom through the levels, and it makes it much more trivial to collect all the collectibles. So if you're interested in kind of fun computery graphics, the story was kind of interesting as well. If you're more interested in that and want like a Vayner light, like if you're interested in the idea of Vayners but aren't interested in all the commitment, like the Nickelback of Vayners.
Wow.
then maybe Recompile might be for you.
That was the most simultaneously praising and scathing pitch I've ever heard.
There's a person that's going to absolutely love this game. I might not be this person, but I will tell you that it isn't like anything you've played before. It's different, which is what Game Pass excels at. Sorry to cut someone off there, I think.
Yeah, you're good. You're talking about collectibles. Is there like a chapter select, so if you miss one, you can go back?
Oh, yeah. So the way that there's a hub world and then the different areas, so it'll be like, oh, this is the security node. And inside that node, there's like 5 or 6 rooms. And so you can always go back to the areas really quick. And once you're able to like fly, it's not that hard to navigate around the world. So you can get from, that first area to where the boss would be in like 5 minutes, counting the loads in between the level transitions and things like that.
Okay.
So also some of the bosses are really stupid in all aspects of the
praising
word.
this game.
Right?
Like, okay, so like one of them is like a big cube, and you've played this boss before. He's a big cube and he rolls. He's a big rolly cube, and then if you're crushed by the Rubik's Cube, you die. If you stand behind the end portal and you just shoot him with your grenade launcher, he can't hit you. And as it turns out, all of the bosses are like this. I checked. So
Interesting.
they're all kind of an afterthought of the bosses. Like one's a triangle and it tries to crush you. It's a big pyramid. And you just keep shooting at it with a grenade launcher and laugh at its attempts to like try to crush you, but it keeps hitting the end portal because it's a big like box that it can't hit. And you have to beat the game like 6 times. So you have to go through the quote unquote final boss 6 times, but he's once you know what you're doing, I never interacted with it. It looked cooler than it actually was.
I was just about to ask that because I see that there's like complete the game with multiple different AI achievements. So I was wondering if like the chapter select works for that.
Yeah. Because once you beat the game, you get your ending and then you get popped back into the game where you can start the ending sequence over again. What I will say is that the collectibles all factor in to those endings. So you need all of the collectibles in all of the areas so that you can... Not only is there an achievement for getting all the collectibles in a section, getting all of those collectibles are what gets you those different endings without spoiling too much. So you really need to do that. However, like I said, real easy cleanup because you can fly with a jetpack, and that jetpack makes things go with a quickness.
I like the way you say jetpack. I'm just going to put that out there.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Well, that's weird because you get like a glide ability too, and then like 1.5 screens later, they're like, yeah, forget about that jet. You got a jetpack now. Like, what? Yeah, it's a jetpack. What about the glide? The glide was so 2 screens ago. Stop living in the past.
So,
but yeah.
Also, while looking at the achievements, I see there's one for surviving a lethal fall.
Yeah, you just dash right before you're about to biff it.
Your dash story, it sounds more like a feature, not a bug.
Yes, but that's the problem because it's designed in such a way that you can completely strand yourself. And I was like, why would you do it this way? This is so silly.
Also, I didn't realize that this was like a shooter. I thought this was just like a platformer. That's what all the trailers look like.
Yeah. Actually, once you kill all the enemies in an area, they never respawn ever again. Oh. Which there's one for hacking specific robots, and make sure that you do that before you beat the game because you'll run out of robots.
That's dumb.
Mm-hmm. Also, the robots drop little bits, and you need those bits to solve puzzles. So I think you can actually get into a situation wherein you overspend bits, and so you can't solve the puzzle anymore.
Wow.
There's some really mind-bogglingly stupid ideas on display here, intermixed with some great presentation and some ho-hum gameplay. And like I said, I can't say that it'll be the best game that you've played. I can say that it'll be a game that
It
you've
is
played.
certainly a video game.
I mean,
It's
you
different.
got the completion, so you stuck with
and
it.
that's why I wanted to talk about. Oh yeah, of course I did. It's not hard. It's just more frustrating than difficult. And then the guide that I followed condensed everything down into an hour, but he would like speed up things, and I was like, this is so weird. But I mean, all props to him for making it. He was the only guide. Also, he did not have the awesome boss strats that I did of hiding behind the portal. Seriously, try it. Let me know how it works. It'll work great. I promise.
And 6 to 8 hours, right?
Fairly accurate. If you were, yeah. I spent more time trying to get the collectibles because I did not believe in the power of the jetpack. Believe in the jetpack. The jetpack is your savior.
All right.
All right, jetpack, hide behind the portal.
So that's Recompile. So yeah, try it out. Let me know how you think. Like, it's I know I have some friends that have played through it and completed it. So I thought it was largely all right.
Well,
Mostly okay.
It's got a 3
Delightfully
rating
average.
on TA, so
It's
in your mind, Devin, that's a terrible rating. So
yeah. Oh well.
well, who knows? It's not like you're a master rater.
But,
Only on some weeks.
All right, let's go to X next. What game do
That
you want to
kinda-
talk about?
kind of rhyme. I have like a twofer, kind of, sorta, but not a twofer. But I'm not entirely sure. Anyway,
Talk about as many games as you
the
want.
Infectious
X. You are a
Madness of
guest.
Dr. Dekker. Okay, cool. I'm gonna do 7. then.
Yes.
So the Infectious Madness of Dr. Dekker,
Oh boy, strap in.
followed up by the Shapeshifting Detective. Their
Ooh.
sequel. Well, they're not sequels, but they're like in the same universe. I haven't finished Shapeshifting Detective, so like try not to spoil it. But like one of the characters is the same but has a different name, so I don't know if it's the same actress or if I don't know. But we have and by we I mean me and Chewy, who's not here. Hello from Scotland. Chewy and I have talked about Infectious Madness of Dr. Dekker before, and it's classified as a visual novel on TA. And as far as like gameplay goes, I guess, but I don't know. I mean, I like a good visual novel, and I guess it's one. I don't know. It's FMV. It's real actors. It's real people, and the whole thing is just you interviewing people, trying to figure out who killed Dr. Dekker. And the cool gimmick is that you can like type in questions yourself, and it's much easier if you have a keyboard that you can plug into your Xbox, by the way. But it'll give you like 5 questions to answer that doesn't necessarily get you where you need to go. So you have to listen to the dialogue, and then you have to type in your own questions. So you'll be like, do you know anything about the death of the doctor? Well, I know there was a letter opener involved. So then you have to literally like take your keyboard and type in, tell me about the letter opener. And that's the only way to sort of advance the plot and, trigger that dialogue sequence. So a cool concept, and I won't like spoil the story if you haven't played it and are interested. But it's like psychological thriller kind of thing. I quite enjoyed it. It's super basic. It's literally everything is a first person view of you interviewing people on a couch. But I thought they did a good job for it, its intention there. Have you guys played this one?
No.
I haven't played Dr. Dekker, but I have played Shapeshifting Detective.
Okay. So yeah, it's
No.
more or less
And the sequel to Shapeshifting Detective.
the sequel is Dark Knights with Poe and Monroe, right?
What was that other one?
Yes.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yep, that'll be next on the docket, essentially. Is there a 4th one? I thought there were only those
No.
3.
Hmm.
Well,
What am I
they
thinking
also
of?
have one called that's only on PC that I think is called Obsession.
Oh, see, I don't even know that one.
but it's the Wales Interactive folks as the publisher, and
Diavecchi. Yeah.
What was that
Yeah.
FMV game that was on Game Pass a couple of years
Yeah, I don't
ago?
know. I like it. Again, if you're into a cool blending of like the FMV games that we've gotten a couple of lately and visual novels, it's definitely worth checking out. The story was compelling enough that you are able to skip the cutscenes, and there were a couple of them that was like, tell me about your parents. Like, I don't care about your parents. So I skipped a couple of those. But for the most part, the acting was very well done. A little cringy. Let's call it what it is. But the acting was well done. The story was captivating enough, and I don't know. I would recommend it. It's a nice, casual, low stress. I did it in probably 7 hours, but I also had a keyboard. If you are typing on the Xbox, controller keyboard, it's going to take you far longer. So in that case, I actually would sort of hesitate to recommend playing it.
Do you have to type out full questions, or can you just go like parents?
Yes and no, actually, because I tried doing that, like letter opener, and they would just sort of repeat, "Yes, I know it involved a letter opener." I'm like, damn it, tell me about the letter opener. Well, I know that Dr. Dekker always used the letter opener to blah blah blah. So sometimes you
Oh.
can get away with the one word or the two words, and then other times you kind of do need like a whole phrase. I don't know quite how it recognizes it. It's got to be some kind of signal, either word or phrase, but it's not always just that one word. Parents? Yes, I have parents. And then if you type in something that they don't know, type in like glasses, they'll be like, I'm not sure.
Huh? Can you just insult them to their faces?
Oh yeah, you absolutely can. Like, you stupid pig. I don't know about that one.
Oh, the game I was thinking of was Late Shift. Is it similar to that one?
Oh yeah, that was on Game Pass a while back.
Yep. Yeah, Late Shit has nothing to do with the sort of connected universe there,
But is it similar?
but the same FMV style.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed Dr. Dekker, and then the sequel of sorts, connected universe thing, Shapeshifting Detective. I'm in the middle of that one, and it is more gameplay is not the right word, but whereas Dr. Dekker, the entire thing is you are on the couch. That's it. You can't do anything or go anywhere other than just talk to people on the couch. And then in Shapeshifting Detective, you kind of like wander around town, and it's still that first person view of you talking to people, but it's a little more practical. You go to talk to people in their rooms, you can hop out of town and go visit people, and the gimmick there is that, uh, spoiler alert, you are a shape-shifting detective, so you can kind of talk to people. I'm going to look just like Elle, and I'm going to go talk to Kenny, and he's going to think he's talking to Elle, so he would tell something to Elle that he wouldn't necessarily tell to Devin, and now I know all these nitty-gritty inner secrets, and it's that, again, psychological thriller. It's story's quite good. I'm thoroughly enjoying it, and I look forward to wrapping it up, hopefully, in
Oh
the
yeah.
next weekend or so. They're only 5-6 hour games. They're not long.
What's cool about the Shapeshifting Detective is that the murderer changes. It's not the same every time.
I was aware of that. That was the case for Dr. Dekker as well. The biggest difference is Dr. Dekker actually has an achievement for find the murderer on your first guess. And I believe Shapeshifting Detective does not have that. So you do
No,
have
but
to.
it does. Some
That-
of the achievements do depend on the murder being a specific person.
Ooh,
So
okay.
that was the annoying part of Shapeshifting Detective. Like a specific person had to be them to. I'm trying to be real general.
Yeah,
But to make
appreciate it.
certain things happen for the achievements, a certain person had to be the killer. And once you know what you're looking for, it's pretty easy to figure out who the killer is. Like there's a tell, like a check you can do. Like if you're some sort of shape-shifting detective speedrunner, you can do that. So just
All right.
for achievement hunting purposes.
I will keep that in the back of my head. Yeah, I did forget to mention that though, so I'm glad you brought that up. For Dr. Dekker, you can potentially miss that and have to do a whole second playthrough if you get the murderer wrong. But it was, I guess I'll say, like tells again. There are certain dialogue clues that it made it pretty easy to figure out who the murderer was. And there's no like saves or reloads or anything. Uh, if you if you're crafty, you can mess around with cloud and local saves and give yourself a couple opportunities, but it's one you don't want to mess up on. Otherwise, you're doing that whole game over again. But yeah, I don't know. I'd recommend them. I have thoroughly enjoyed just the story. I don't feel like doing anything. I just want a story.
Cool. All right. Well, in that case, let's go to L. What game would you like to talk about?
All right. Yeah, so remember when I said I was off last week and I was stupid and played Cruise Brothers? Yeah.
Yes.
So the game I really meant to play was Record of Lodoss War, Deedlit Wonder Labyrinth, which was leaving Game Pass.
I confuse those myself all the time.
Yes.
Rolls right
I
off
didn't know
the
what I
tongue.
was doing. Yeah, so this is a game that was leaving Game Pass on December 15th, and it is a full-fledged Metroidvania game. And I started it on the 14th. So I had 2 days to start and complete this game before it left Game Pass. And I don't think I've ever done anything as stupid as this in a long time. So the completion estimate was 8 to 10 hours. And most people said, oh, yeah, you'll get it done in 7 or 8 hours. Yeah. So,
About that.
yeah, I mean, I would say it probably took maybe 10 hours. Maybe that's right. My hour count says 17. I don't think that's right, but you never know with me.
What?
That's what it says. I don't know.
There's like a huge
I
disparity.
don't know.
Oh,
This happens to
I'll
me all the
believe
time.
it.
So yeah, I spent basically the better part of 2 days going through this game. And you know what? There's kind of a rush to doing that. I got to say, there was kind of this rush. Like, all right, I got to get this done, and I got it done. And since it's Game Pass, I had a nice Game Pass bump. It's worth the 2,800 plus TA. And it's such where you get an achievement right away for starting up the game. It's one of those.
So that bumps up the ratio
It
of
bumps up-
every other achievement.
Yes, beating the first boss, which takes about maybe 20, 30 minutes, is a 1.45 ratio or something like that. So, yeah, it just shows you what's going on there. So it's a very standard Metroidvania, heavily inspired by Castlevania Symphony of the Night. So good fake DNA. I guess Record of Lodoss War is a long-standing anime or something. Definitely some lore there. It's definitely been around. But you don't need to know any of that stuff to play. There's a little bit of a story going on. And I guess at this point, it's off Game Pass, so you don't need to know too much of the specifics, but it was interesting to me going through the game in 2 days like this, and it being very a pressure situation to get it done. Because I did not want to pay $25 to buy this game because I missed it.
It's not the purpose of the conversation, but I
go for
actually agree with you. I've done a couple Game Pass squeezes, like I gotta get it done, and there is like this little sense of
Yeah.
accomplishment, this little bit of
That
rush
is
to
like, one of my main points.
$25, gotta do it.
Exactly. That stupid Lake game held me up. Oh my god! I didn't even dislike Lake, but it took way longer than it should have. This game deserved to be.
What was the one that you started and you got one achievement right as it was pulled from the service?
Mist. I did that with Mist, and I got screwed on Endless
Just
Legend
Mist.
is like the L1 where I did like half of the console
oh,
commands.
Endless Legend. That's the one I'm thinking.
I did
of.
like
Ah.
that console commands, and then it got I couldn't get it to work.
Mhm.
Yeah. But yeah, that was. But anyway, so the game had two somewhat hard achievements. One was one for getting an S rank in an archery, I guess, game, minigame. And if you watch the videos, it basically tells you what to do, which most people said, just watch the videos. So that wasn't too bad. And then after you beat the game, it opens up a boss rush. And you have to get an S rank in that as well. And I died a few times on the boss rush, but then I finally got it done. So I never actually got a worse rank than S. I did die a few times. But it was such a good feeling to just get that done. And it's like a rush. Like, those are the best achievements I've said many times. Like, your heart's racing, your hands get sweaty. You're like, oh, yeah. And that's good. It feels good. Overall...
You just described a heart attack.
Oh, shoot. Is that
Thought
what
he
it
gonna
was?
go all Eminem. Say mom spaghetti.
All right, Mom Spaghetti.
Damn it. Now I'm hungry.
You're old. You wouldn't get that reference.
Oh, no, I get it. I get it.
No, you
I've
don't.
never seen 8 Mile, though. But I do get it.
I'm with you
I think
there.
you'd lose yourself.
Yes. I'll go hunt it out and watch it.
You only get one
Oh,
shot.
God.
Don't miss your chance to glow.
What is happening here?
I don't even know.
I don't know.
I don't know, but the opportunity came once in a lifetime, and you missed it.
Damn it. Now I'm hungry for spaghetti and M&Ms. I'm going to make a dish. Yeah, I know.
Mix 'em.
Oh God!
It's like the Buddy the Elf creation.
Oh yeah. So the other thing I was gonna shout out. I was gonna shout out a few people that also completed the game at the last hour in the community. It was announced like December, early December. So quick shout out to Mattism, Koosh, Freem, and Shui, who all got this done in the nick of time as well. And the completions were somewhere around 1,400, and now they're somewhere around 1,600. So there's no minute like the last minute. A couple TAers, couple hundred TAers got it done.
There's no minute like the last minute when it comes to Game Pass. I like that.
It's true. And this is why the wise man Kenny always says, stop buying games, because there's always going to be something on Game Pass leaving or coming in every couple weeks.
There's always so much.
I mean, we totally...
There's more to see that can ever be
We
seen.
totally have January's... No, we don't. Damn it.
That's where we get to speculate. Let's just try to shoot our shot and see if we can predict it.
I feel like by the time you guys are hearing this, we will know January's new games.
Predict
but
new games or predict games
unfortunately-
leaving?
Oh, let's predict the games that are
Hot
coming in. I
Wheels,
think games leaving wouldn't be as fun.
What's the story with that one?
That's come and gone since we recorded and then released the show, then recorded and then released it. Just flip a coin.
Hot Wheels, like, yeah, it's just like my dad leaves constantly.
Oh, man.
Never brings back milk.
Hot Wheels goes out for cigarettes and never returns.
Do you guys need hugs? Like, what's going on here? I'm here for you,
Christmas.
man.
No, let's say I don't know. What's a game the kids are playing?
What's a game that could come to Game Pass? Are we talking Pipe Dream or something that might actually come to Game Pass?
Pipe Dream, let's go. Crisis Core Remastered.
Man,
Let's
beat
go.
me to it. That is exactly what
really?
was on my mind. Oh yeah, I was just about to say that. I was just talking to my brother about that today. I'm like, man, I hope that comes to Game Pass because I don't want to pay for it. But I sure do want to
Silent
play.
Hill 2. There we go.
If I have an actual honest guess, not necessarily January, but we got to get Borderlands 3 in Game Pass soon, right?
Not necessarily.
Then
Maybe.
We never got
That
any of those, did we?
No, I mean, we had the Handsome collection for
Oh
I
yeah.
think that one stayed longer than a year.
Yeah, that one they got Borderlands 2 and pre-sequel. That was on there for
I was just about to ask
quite
that.
a minute.
Wasn't
Yeah.
Quite a bit.
2 on there?
Oh, Tales
They-
of the Borderlands. We'll get that one first.
I'll say
That's true. Yeah, we
Elden
don't
Ring.
have that one. Yeah, you're right. Elden Ring. Yeah, right. Can you imagine the meltdown that people would have on those other consoles if we got Elden Ring on Game Pass less than a year after launch?
Would be insane.
What
Yeah,
else? I'm holding
that's
off
my
on
guess.
buying
Elden Ring.
Sonic Frontiers. Sonic Frontiers will come to Game Pass, not in January, but we'll get
Ugh.
that one.
I don't know.
I don't think you want that one.
I don't know about that one. I want
No one's
Sonic
talking
Frontiers
about
coming
that
to
game.
Pass. I don't know if it will.
Just play the old Sonics, dude.
I think in about
Play Origins.
I think in about March you can probably get it for $20.
Yeah.
Also, why
I'll agree
I
with
don't wanna
that.
pay for it.
I almost picked it up for 25 in my vacation home, but I'm like, you know what? It'll go cheaper.
Backlog.
I know the backlog.
I don't think it can ever match up to Sonic being a werewolf.
Oh.
I have not played that one.
I like that one. I'm not going to defend it for being a good game, but I did like it.
It was endearing, if not mediocre. Is
It
that what you're
was
saying?
different.
Just play Sonic Mania. There you go. If you're gonna add a Sonic game, add Sonic Mania. It's the best one.
Is that the new-ish 2D one?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that one was supposed to be pretty good.
It is quite good. Bought it on launch, and then I bought the DLC, which added all of Sonic's friends that no one cares about. Like, I think he's Army the Armadillo or Zippy the Squirrel or something. I don't know. I was there. I was here for it.
I thought you were going to badmouth Amy. Like, that's my girl. You will not.
No, no. It was like you get 3 new characters, and like they're like deep cuts, but they play slightly different.
It's probably like all those side characters from Sonic
Those
Force,
Sonic deep cuts that
Sonic
somehow get
Heroes.
their own cars.
Oh yeah, give me Knuckles and Chaotix. That's the one that they never poured over from the 32X.
With good reason.
You're just saying words.
I know what you're talking about, Devin.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say someone has to
I know
know.
what you're talking about.
I had it.
Choutix.
I had a 32X, and I had that, and Corpse Killer, and the game where you were a hummingbird.
I am so old that I rented a 32X when it came out. And took forever.
We had the monstrosity with the Sega
It took
CD.
forever to hook it up to the Genesis. Oh.
Oh, I do know what you're talking about. Once you said, okay. it plugged into the top. I do know what you're talking about.
And had its own
Okay,
AC
okay.
adapter, and then you could get a Sega CD, and you could play Eternal Champions 2. And Night
What a
Trap.
failure.
Oh yeah, when was our port of Night Trap? The PlayStation got that. I'm still salty. I wanted to play Night Trap.
It's such a controversial game back then.
I'm not
It'd
kidding.
be so tame now, I'm sure.
Yeah. And give me a Mortal Kombat trilogy. We still talking about Game Pass?
I was about to go into
Yeah,
sales.
where is this
Somehow we got
conversation
in-
gone?
I'm going to change.
Somehow we got into Game
I'm going
Pass
to change
before
the
sales.
subject. No, screw your stupid sales. I'm going to change the subject. Did anyone check out their My Year on Xbox stats?
I did not.
Yes.
Apparently, this.
I have not yet, actually.
All right, well, while I'm BSing, you can go check it out. A lot of people
I'm
have
going to
said.
do it right now, literally while you're BSing, yeah.
A lot of people have said that it's not matching up to their period summaries, but as it stands, it's pretty interesting. The interesting part actually is that I guess people are sharing this on Twitter and resharing these things, and TA has had a bunch of new members in the last couple of days. So we might be getting some go uppity soon.
That happened last year when they did their decade. They got a huge influx of new people.
Yeah, it always happens.
So yeah, a lot of new TAers. Yeah, my game is my top
I
game of
just told
2022 is unfortunately Taiko no Tatsujin because my nephew's been playing it all night. He just won't go to sleep. So I have
Mine's
just
Power
pulled
Wash
mine up.
318
Simulator.
hours.
It's
Ooh, that's a good choice.
Is it?
No, it's
I
not.
got
That's
Immortals Phoenix Rising, which I have recommended
That's
on the
actually
podcast, and I will recommend again on the podcast. Fantastic game.
only missing one achievement in Power Wash. It's great. It's a good game. We'd recommend
Hey,
it.
also, I just
Which
realized
one are
that
you
we have
missing?
3 millionaires on the show. And a Kenny.
Weren't you just talking about like co-op games? Co-op Power Wash to get it done.
Oh, I just
I
need gold
can't,
medals.
unfortunately.
Can't co-op that.
Host only.
They can't like join. Well, that's what I was saying. Like they can't join and just help.
Well, I
the-
might be going
Anyway,
back
Mike, you're on
home
Xbox.
to see my brother over Christmas, and he might
I
have
had,
an old
166
Xbox One.
I was
where
just
you
going to
can
say,
use
is
the
the
cheese.
score this year.
Yep. I had to do that.
Which is
What do you
probably
need?
less than
3
a
of
lot of
them
people in the
or
community.
5?
Five.
you
I
need-
have
okay.
2.
I got 4 legitimately, and I just
That took
cheesed
several
it for
years
the
to
fifth
get
one.
my initial 166,000. I'll tell you
What
that
is this cheese strategy that you speak of?
If it
If you
does
play on a
not work on
VCR.
series consoles, yeah, it does not work on series consoles. But an Xbox One, I did it on my One X, my Scorpio edition, so it does not need to be a VCR. But if you go into the time trials or the gold medals challenges, you can pause the game, quit out, load back in, and it will start your timer at 0.
But it'll keep your progress.
Correct. Yeah.
Huh.
So you can leave it so that you only have like one thing left, and then you get like, oh, I got it done in 5 seconds, gold medal.
Well, that's nice.
Yep, it only works on one consoles. Will not work on a Series S or X.
That's a weird glitch to not work.
It's for whatever reason the series enhancements changed the in-game menu, and the in-game menu on the series enhanced version does not have the
Well,
quit
I think
option.
it has something to do with. I think it has something to do with it being like a lower power machine, so you can save and quit different, and like you don't have to do a specific save. I think it can use more of the power to remember. But that would be my guess. I'm speculating.
Yeah. Oh no, I do remember. It's something. It's the autosave. You can't toggle that on the non-series
Yeah.
version. Yeah. Okay.
Because it's remembering where all the dirt is on a series. Like it remembers to the nth degree where you
Yep.
left all the dirt.
Hmm. Interesting.
So yeah, cheese that bad boy.
So I'm gonna go clean that up over Christmas.
Ha, that was a good power
Ba-dums.
washing joke.
Uh-huh. But yeah, like it says I played more games than my period summary, and somehow I have less achievements earned than my period summary and less total gamer score.
Now I want to compare the two of mine.
But you know, it's cool that they do these things, and it's nice that I get this ratio bonus. Wow, Kenny, I got more gamer score than you have. I got more gamer score this year than you have total.
Shocking.
My games played is different, but otherwise everything is good to go.
Did Kenny step away?
I don't know. I think he got another bad case of diarrhea. He's just gone.
Yeah, I hear that in the background. Oh my gosh. Now I hear
Jeez.
Lysol.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh man,
Yeah. Oh no.
we lost them.
What? No, I'm here. Sorry.
No, Kenny's just drowning in it.
Oh, I was gonna say I couldn't hear L, so I had to disconnect.
Some
But
people
then-
wouldn't call that a bug, but a feature.
Hey, I resemble that remark. Wait a minute.
Do we just want to go right?
Sailgway?
Let's just roll right into the sales.
Hey, a Sailgway. It's been a while since we had a Sailgway.
Talk a long time about
either
yours.
of you
Rex.
two have anything to talk about? Because the dock is blank.
Don't tell the people
Ah,
that.
No,
I'm gonna
Yeah,
tell the
well-
people that.
it's just not anything that I haven't talked about before.
True that. All right, Elle,
There's good stuff.
What about you?
Nope. Going on a game buying freeze.
You know what? I'll recommend Call of Juarez. There's 3 Call of Juarez games, and you can buy all of the. You can buy all of the Call of Juarez games for about $16.
Bet you was going to say that game wrong. Call of Juarez.
Yeah,
Juarez.
Juarez. I didn't say this under duress.
Oh God.
I've played Call of Juarez Gunslinger, and I thought it was pretty okay.
That seems to be your theme for the night. This game was pretty okay.
It's not gonna kill you, but you do get to say Call of Juarez. Oh, and Red Dead Redemption: The Undead Nightmare Pack's $5 if you missed that for the past decade.
Well, I've been living under a rock, so I'm actually interested in hearing X's story about Vampire Survivors, because I know
You haven't tried it yet?
I know that he was hesitant to start it, and then I just want to hear the whole story. No, I haven't tried it yet. I'm picking my spot.
Are we
So
are we
good.
going backwards from sales?
Yeah,
Apparently.
you were away. I don't
Okay,
know.
whatever.
I don't know. You were away. I was improvising. I'm a known improviser.
Christmas.
Okay, we don't have to do that.
I mean, should we finish sales and then do Vampire Survivors? I don't care.
There's no format.
All right, no format. I feel like
do your
you
Vampire
shouldn't edit
Slayers.
this out. So Vampire Survivors. If we're gonna go a little out of chronological order here, the reason that I have not finished Shapeshifting Detective is because I've become addicted to Vampire Survivors. So I just saw, like, if I said literally everybody in Discord, I would of course be exaggerating, but like whatever one click before literally everybody was talking about this game, and I let's be honest, the title sounds generic as hell. Vampire Survivors,
Yes.
whatever. So I just wrote it off. I had no interest whatsoever, and then just everyone kept talking about it. So I looked at some screenshots, not gameplay footage, mind you, just screenshots, and it just confirmed my initial suspicion. Like, that looks dumb as hell.
Yep.
Passed it off. And then still people just kept talking about it. I'm like, all right, I'm clearly missing something. So I asked a couple questions. What the Fug linked me to the the web version, basically. I said his whole name. I felt like it. What the Fug. He's like, before you want to put it on your tag, you could check it out here. And I looked at it and I'm like, I don't want to do it. Let me check out some gameplay footage. And all right, it looks okay. I'll give it a shot. 140 achievements. It's gonna take my completion percentage. Cloud gaming. I cannot do my job. All right, now I'm sold. So I checked it out, and I kid you not, within 15 minutes, I was hooked. Like, yep, this is it.
Yep.
It
100%.
It is 100%, right? It's not a game that I ever would have thought I would enjoy. It's, I mean, TA has it as a roguelike. It's not, though. I mean, it is, but it's not.
It definitely is.
I mean, yeah, it is, but I mean, I feel like when you think roguelike, you're going through dungeons, and sort of the progress carries over in between each one. And really, the only progress that carries over here is the gold you buy. You can upgrade your stats, but I don't know. You pick a character, they have a starting weapon, and then every time you level up, you can choose more weapons or upgrade an existing one. You can pick an ability, and all the weapons are very different, and they all sort of suck at the beginning, but they upgrade into pretty good. There's different abilities. You can upgrade different stats, or like, just different features to improve your gameplay. There's a whole lot of depth for what has no business having any kind of depth. Like, it's not a game that should... I don't know. It just doesn't seem like it should work.
It's a simple looking game.
Right, but everything about it works flawlessly, and it's just super hella addictive. It's very much the case of, just one more run, and then I'll go to bed. I can do
Oh,
better,
yeah.
just one more. And then suddenly it's 1 a.m, and you teach in 4 hours. Like, what?
Yeah, this is
And
peak.
how long
one
does
more.
a run take?
A run, I mean, if you suck, you die in 2 minutes, but it caps
Yay.
you at 30 minutes.
Oh.
So you can go beyond 30 minutes, but you're not going to go beyond like 33 minutes for story kind of purposes that I won't spoil.
Yeah, don't say.
Yeah, there is an endless mode which you can unlock, which of course is exactly what it sounds like, endless. But if you don't use endless mode, a single run will never take you more than 34, 35 minutes, Kenny.
Yeah, that's what I would say. That
And
there's
then
no
you
way you can get
can,
past that.
yeah, you literally cannot get past that. And then there is a double speed mode that more or less once you get to the end game you'll turn on that speeds it up. So in that case, a game will not take more than 16, 17 minutes.
And then the crazy part is, if you spec out right and get the right weapons and whatnot, you can actually complete a run by never moving. You could just sit
Yeah,
in
you
one
can.
spot.
Yep. Just sit there. If
What?
you get like the attract orb, it'll just pull everything into you, and you can just sit there and be God and never die. Who was it in chat? It was
I
sorry
posted
if
that.
I'm giving the wrong person. Was it Mike Pitch? Maybe. Fell asleep while playing the game, and then woke up hours
Oh,
later, just sitting there. The curse of immortality, basically. Sorry if that was not you, Mike Pitch. I apologize, but yeah, you can potentially screw yourself by picking like a bad loadout, and then
oh
it
yeah.
becomes much more. I don't want to say active because you don't control your weapons. All you do is walk. You just move your character, and everything happens for you. But you will need to go into like a bit of a dodge, dip, dive, dash, duck, and dodge or whatever. Or you can just become stand in place. I am a statue. I am God.
It is
And
so much
you'll
fun.
figure that out as you play. You'll figure out what's good, what's not, and there's sort of it's like randomized, but you'll find like, oh, I want this one, and once that pops up, like I'm gonna pick it every time.
Garlic.
All right, last question.
You know what? Actually, I'll mention the garlic because I had maybe like 4 hours in, and garlic it just puts an aura around you, so it seems really good. And I'm like, wow, like is there a way to pick garlic, instantly? Because I can't do anything without garlic. But once you level up your stats a little bit, now I don't pick garlic. Like now it's largely useless because other things supersede garlic. Early game, garlic all the way. Mid game, garlic's useful. By the time you get to the late game, you don't want garlic.
That's fair. It's just so nice being able to just straight run through like the hordes of bats or whatever. Just
Oh yeah, and
you
that's
don't
great
have to
XP
worry
too,
about
just
them.
to waltz into the horde of bats. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. I guess if I had to sum it up just my whole play experience, it would be what I already said. I did not think it would be a game I enjoyed. It looks dumb as hell,
Oh yeah.
and within 15 minutes I was hooked. I don't even know how many hours. Can I pull that up real quick without having to stall? I already have 31 hours into it when did I start it? December 9th, and that's not a lot of hours for some people, 30 hours in 10 days. But for me, during the school year, that's so much time that I've put into this game in such a short amount of time.
It's
It's
also just like
awesome.
the perfect game of I don't feel like playing anything else. I'm just going to do a run.
All right, quick questions about this. So you said you may or may not be playing this at work. So can you
Yes,
pause it if you need to?
it does pause. You can manually pause. Hit the pause button. That's a little obvious.
Mhm.
But then also every time you level up, the game pauses in the background.
So it kind of auto saves a little.
Not autosave. If you die in a run,
Right.
you cannot resume that run.
Mhm.
But like if you are super close to leveling up and you're like, oh, I gotta, teach stupid the Crucible. You could level up and then downsize and you'll be in good shape.
Stupid the Crucible.
And then you point out to your students like, hey guys, so you should completely ignore the fact that I literally have a window for vampire survivors at the bottom of my laptop. Don't pay attention to that.
Yeah, don't accept that because it is your name, and you couldn't accept that because it would be lies. Don't send it, Book X.
All right, John Proctor, settle down.
And last question, with so many achievements, do you pick one or two to go for per run, or just get whatever come what may?
If you
Both.
just go in completely blind at the start, you'll get 2 or 3 on your first couple runs, having no idea what the achievements are.
Mhm.
And then once you figure out sort of the flow of the game, you'll naturally unlock most of them, I think.
Yeah.
But there are a couple that you will want to deliberately, or not even want to, there's a couple that you will have to intentionally set aside, I am going for this achievement on this run. And I don't really want to spoil
Gotcha.
how that is, but like you can upgrade or evolve all your weapons, and most of them are pretty straightforward, but then some of them are I'm trying to think of a better word. Some of them are a little involved, and you will need to very deliberately
There's
aim
things
to
you have to do
evolve
to
those
set
weapons.
up in order to
Right.
get them.
For the
It's
most
also-
part, though, I guess to directly answer your question, if you want to, I'm going to go for this achievement, you can do a run and specifically get that achievement, yeah.
I find it easier to try to get some or go for specific achievements, especially some of the easier ones like just evolve the whip or whatever, just to try to clear out the or locked achievements, just to make the list that much smaller because there's 160 achievements now.
Right. The other
You
thing
first look
is,
at the
though,
list, you just get overwhelmed.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. But everything that you do, every achievement that you earn, correlates to an in-game, not collectible, but object item, usable item. So when you evolve the whip, that's a bad example. So if you survive 15 minutes with, X the hero, you have now unlocked a new feature. And then if you survive 15 minutes with Vulgar Latin, you've unlocked a new in-game feature. So it's not just achievements for the sake of gamerscore. The achievements do help you in the game, which is nice. So there's sort of that in-game motivation to earn them other than just I'm doing this for gamerscore.
I don't know. A lot of people have had trouble surviving with Vulgar Latin for any amount of time.
I mean, we've survived with you for an hour and a half, so.
Have you?
Oh no, my brain's melting. This kind of game really is just like what Game Pass does perfectly. Because even though the game is $5, looking at it, I would never pay it. There's nothing
Actually,
about
I
this
agree
game,
with
no
that. Not even
clips,
for $5.
no pictures, no
I wouldn't-
screenshots, nothing. I would
Nothing.
never pay for this game. But being that it's on Game Pass, it's like, oh, it's free to try? Sure, I'll put 20 minutes into it and try it, see if I like it.
Yeah, again, I'm going to repeat myself now for the second or third time just to really nail the point home. I didn't think I'd like it. It looks stupid as hell. Just give it a shot. The screenshots do nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Even gameplay footage, like watching someone else play, it's going to look... Honestly, I feel like it would look boring. Like Kelsey's watching me play, and she's like, "What is this? It looks dumb." Like it does look dumb, but it's so much fun.
So funny story about that. During Thanksgiving, I actually started playing this. Like I was in the other room, everybody else was in the dining room eating, and I go in the living room. I just start playing Vampire Survivors. My dad comes in and goes, "What are you doing? This looks so stupid and so boring. Like I don't understand this." And then while he's watching me play this, I'm like trying to explain why this game is so much fun, why it's so addicting, and he's just looking at me like, you have all these other games where there's explosions and shooting and fun, and it's like it's enjoyable, and you're playing this? Like you just didn't get it. Like you have to play it to really understand it.
Yep. That's really all there is to say about it, honestly. It just came out with its first DLC pack, which is $2. So if you're on Game Pass and you like the base game enough, throw the developer $2. And I do mean the developer, the one single developer.
Yeah.
Give me your $2. I did a giveaway for patrons last week, just to to plug our patron. Gave away 2 copies of the DLC. So it's if I like a game enough to pay for other people to play it, I mean, that's how good this game is. It really is just, I don't know, man. It's good. You got to give it a shot.
It's also a small download. It's under 2
That helps too.
gigs.
It's less than. Is it over 1? I was gonna say it's less than 1 gig.
TA says 1.2 gigs, which like
Okay, yeah, that's
you
fair.
don't have to uninstall Warzone in order to install this.
It is weirdly series enhanced. I have not played it on an Xbox One to know what the difference is. It is pixel art, so I mean it's not gonna wow you with the graphics. It is play anywhere on Windows 10. That's how I play it at school, literally on my school laptop. It's wonderful. Just WASD, up, down, left, and right controls. It is on cloud gaming, which I've played in bed on a couple Saturday mornings. Just fired up. It has touch controls even, which work fantastic for this type of game. Usually touch controls are like,
Oh yeah.
who's playing Doom Eternal with touch controls? But like, heck yeah, Vampire Survivors with touch controls. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, give it a shot. I'm saying this to you, Elle, but also anyone listening. Like,
Devin.
15 minutes, I was hooked, and Foof is right here with me. 15 minutes, just give it a shot. It's a blast.
Blaster.
Eventually.
Blaster.
All right.
So.
Well, in that case, why don't we get into some brag camp?
Oh,
Take
man.
it away, Devin.
Can I bring back just one game I'd like to plug on sale since there's no order to this particular episode?
I thought we did sales.
We kind of did sales, and then we went to Vampire Survivors.
I
We
have
didn't
no
finish
idea
sales.
what we've done. I could have
Yeah,
sworn we
it's
did
all
sales,
good.
but sure. Go ahead and recommend games.
You were in
I
the
just want to
toilet.
give a quick shout out to Phantom Breaker Omnia. I've actually mentioned it in Discord as what is your favorite game of 2022. It is a fighting game. It's a 2D anime style fighting game. It is
Ooh.
very, very beginner friendly. So if you're like, I can dabble with fighting games, you will not find it overwhelming. It's the classic perfect case of, easy to learn, difficult to master. Every character, there's like 20 characters, honestly. No, there's more than that. There's probably closer to 30. But every character has 3 different styles, kind of, sort of, like Mortal Kombat X had. You can pick a slow, balanced, or tank mode, and it changes their move sets and their play style just a little bit. So there's tons of variety. There's long range, mid range, close range, the brawlers, the shooters. Tons of different characters for you to choose from. It is a lot of fun.
This is a 360 game.
Yeah, the graphics aren't going to impress you. Let's be honest.
Ew, not backwards compatible. I'm out.
What? No, it's not a 360 game. What are you talking about? Phantom Breaker Omnia. You looked up Phantom Breaker.
Oh, Omnia. My bad. I
thought you said it looks like a 360 game. Like, yeah, the graphics are a little dated.
I missed
Phantom
Omnia.
Breaker Omnia just came out in maybe February, March. This year, 2022. It's on sale, 20 down from 40. It is much cheaper than $20 at your vacation home. TA people, you might appreciate it, had a 1K gamer score title update. 1K gamer score, but 1900 TA that you can do in about 30 minutes, and it takes no skill whatsoever in fighting games. It's 1000 gamer score for like, choose a character at random, change the stage music, change your announcer's voice, challenge someone to a rematch. Kind of a cop-out of a title update, but it has a weirdly high ratio if you're into just that. But I have not had this much fun in a fighting game since Soul Calibur 6 came out. And I've heaped praise on that game in the past, and I am fully willing to heap praise on Phantom Breaker Omnia 2. It is a fantastic fighting game. So if you are the least bit interested in fighting games, you got to check it out. I can't speak positively enough about this one.
I like what you're saying about that. I like fighting games, but I am not good at them. So any game that's like easy to play, hard to master kind of thing.
That's the
I
thing.
like that.
I love Killer Instinct. That's no secret. If you turn on the combo assist, you can button mash your way through Killer Instinct and do fairly decently, and have fun even if you're not good at fighting games. There's no combo assist, but it's sort of you can button mash and do decently. And then if you like it enough, you'll learn some combos and learn some tricks, and it really is that perfect introduction to the fighting game genre. I can't recommend it enough, and it's only $20, and it's so good.
Cool. All right. Now, just to be sure that we got all the sales, anybody else want to have anything to recommend? All right. Then with that, let's get into Brad Camp.
Well, actually, now that you know.
Son of a... What's the point of a script? All right. Take it away, Vulgar.
Contests. 12 days of Christmas. Oh. I finished mine. How about you guys?
I'm still on day one.
Week.
I really wish it was called
it.
Vampire Survivors Remastered so I could get past day one.
Oh, come on, X. Bang it out.
In completions, Lee Howard has reached a new milestone of 50 completed games. Beast Middle has reached 350 completed games. Haizo has done 550 completed games. Sir Polygon has done 600 completed games. Mighty Mango has done 1050 completed games. Lucas 1987 has 2800 completed games. And Redemption Denied has 2850 completed games.
Jeez.
That's insane.
That is a lot of completions, my guy. Speaking of a lot of things, streaks. Cerebral Assassin, 50 days. Hank XD, 50 days. X the Hero, that's me. 100 days, which today, as of the day of recording, would be day 101, but I'm letting that die. So my leaderboard, or my streak leaderboard is now 365, 200, 100, 100, and I just need to do one more 100-day streak, and then I never have to streak again, and I can't wait to be done with that, because I hate streaks, but I also like uniformity. So whatever, enough about me. Thrash Forever, 350 days. Gonna go for that 1 year, I assume. Alicia, 600 days. Dino Man 87, 750. Eldritch SS, 850. Philip Wendell, 950. And Waka Pale, You Angel, 3,350 days. That's basically 9 years, right? That's crazy. I know L years is longer, but like, wow, 9 freaking years.
That's what she said.
In Gamerscore, Lee Howard has hit 150,000. Fighter X93 Chip has hit 750,000. Matthew OO and Kush Moose has both hit 800,000. Mattism has hit 900,000. Sniped by a Girl has hit 1.8 million Gamerscore, and Redemption Denied has hit 3.5 million Gamerscore.
Can we talk about that for a second? Just, well, I don't actually have anything to say specifically, but 3.5 million.
That's a lot.
Remember when?
That's crazy.
What's the total possible?
3.6.
The total possible?
Elk.
No, I mean, like, of every video game on Xbox, like, if you were to have got every achievement and they all worked.
I think there is a place on TA to find that.
I think there is.
There is a place. I was hoping L knew. He's better at TA.
I was just curious, like what is he at the percentage? You know,
There is max possible completion percentage. Ooh, okay, wow.
I know I've looked this up before, but I can't remember.
Okay, so according to TA, gamer by maximum possible completion percentage. This is the percentage of achievements won compared with all possible achievements from all games. Redemption Denied is in second place at 34.2% of all possible achievements won, not gamer score, but achievements won.
Jeez.
And then Smirnov is in first place at 37.2% of all achievements won. I know achievements won doesn't correlate to gamer score. I know it's not, but if Red's at a third, roughly, at 3.5 million, there's at least 10 million gamer score out there.
Yeah, so roughly 10 million.
So
Right.
what's all your excuses?
I have a job that I hate. What about you guys?
I'm lazy.
But yeah, I just I saw that on the doc, and I wanted to major shout out to Red. He is the first person to hit 3.5. Very likely will be the first person to hit 3.4 or 3.4. What the heck? 4 billion. We're going the wrong direction here. Wait a minute. Sorry. Very likely the first person to hit 4 million, which will be cool because Stallion got 1 and 2, Smirnoff got 3, so Red will be the first one to 4. And I look forward to that day. So big congrats to you, Red.
4 Ward.
In leaderboards, AZ Mongoose, I haven't heard from him in a while, is third in the Arizona. Oh, AZ, Arizona. Gamer score leaderboard for vehicular combat. Bastion Reader is in the top 20 of the max possible completion percentage leaderboard for Windows Shoot 'em Ups. Jay Huns is second on TA in Vayners. Very nice. Luke 17,000 is in the top 200 of the TA difference leaderboard for management. No one plays those. Raw Sauce Ross is position 5 in the Georgia TA leaderboards for Q Sports games. Do I even want to know? Billiards. Scatovis.
Snooker.
We call them pool.
Oh. That's swimming. Scaravis is in the top 10 of the Pennsylvania Achievements 1 leaderboard for roguelites. Sir Polygon is number 9 in the Georgia TA leaderboards for Q Sports games. And Thrash Forever is now in the top 5 of the Europe completed games leaderboard for equestrian sports.
I love the obscure Q Sports and equestrian sports this week. Management, those are like such fantastically niche genres.
Yes, Thrash is a horse of a different color.
Nice.
I'm joining.
Not collection, which is the best genre.
Of course it is.
The best genre.
Of course it is. Is it?
Because it's a collection of all the other genres.
When do we get, I guess early January, when we get, how TA will send you a list of how you did for the year? Like,
your
top
your
10s.
rankings overall.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? Like,
yeah.
You were top 10 in this.
Yeah, it's
top
usually
15 in this.
first couple weeks in January.
Yeah, we're probably just hearing a lot about those.
I think Rich takes a Christmas break and then he gets in and individually emails all of us our, leaderboards.
So, actually, speaking of leaderboards, going back to how much gamer score is available, I just went to this site leaderboard and sorted gamer by gamer score. I imagine this is actually is how much there is, considering it has all the games on it.
Ooh, okay.
So on TA, there are 8,486 games, and available gamer score is 8,300,027.
Okay, so with our achievements 1 to gamer score ratio, which we acknowledged was not perfect, we were close enough in the ballpark with about 10 million.
And they say 269,990 achievements.
Wait, so what was the gamer score?
Gamer score is 8,300,027.
Yeah, there's probably a bunch of those 200 and 400 pointers that were too hard to get or not worth getting. Yeah, Red is like the only guy I know who still does the GameFly subscription. He
Oh, that's right. He raves about
he regularly
that.
shows us his queue.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that was a thing still.
And also, just to put it into perspective, like I said, there's 8,486 games on TA. He has completed 2,850 of them.
Actually, that is higher now. Than when he has 2914 completions.
Wait, 2914?
Yeah, we're off by 64 somehow.
How did you? What?
The man's a machine. Yeah, I'm on his page right now. 2,914 completed games. Includes owned DLC, so he has it on the wrong setting. It should be higher than that.
That's insane.
Oh, wait, no, that is the right setting. Yeah, owned DLC. Ha! Look at you, Red. I almost threw you under the bus. Good going.
That's probably why.
Also, this
probably is why, yep.
Also, this leaderboard has 737,813 gamers. So that's how many accounts are tied into TA, maybe? I assume these numbers are all of TA. At least best of my knowledge. That's anyway.
7,
I don't really know how to organize it a better way.
Do you still have the number of total gamer score available, Foof?
Total gamer score 8,300,027. Total true achievement points 21,917,779. So roughly like a 2.75 ratio.
3, 5, 1, 7. I'm just trying to do some quick math here. So Red currently has 3,517,900 gamer score divided by 8,300,027. That's weird that the total gamer score is 27.
Thanks,
I love
Condemned.
that personally. And Red has 42.38% of all available Xbox gamer score. Not counting unobtainables, but 42.38%. That's like a crazy high percent.
Yeah, obviously, a lot of that I'm sure is unobtainable at this point. I have no idea how to figure that out. If you even can just like find that information somewhere, I wouldn't even know where to go to find it.
Sure, it's there somewhere. If not, TA, that'd be a cool article to publish.
Yeah.
So the moral of the story is Red, touch grass. No, I mean, good job, buddy. Totally what I meant to say.
Crazy.
Totally
I'm focusing on the positive. Like that's insane to me. The dude works a full-time job,
he sure
and
does.
Supposedly
is number one on all the leaderboards. Like that's crazy.
He supposedly has a full-time job.
He does.
That's true.
All right. Well, with that, let's go ahead and end the show. Thank you all for. I just like lost my train of thought.
Don't you want to talk about Game Pass games?
Yeah.
It's late, man. I just completely just spaced out. Like, hey, I'm supposed to keep talking, not just shut up.
Patron drawing. Oh wait.
Yeah, no. That's not the first of the month. That's in 2 weeks. But yeah. Thank you all for listening. You can check out all of our links down in the show notes. We have a doc that has a link to all of them. That's the easiest way to get in contact with us. Check out the Patreon, YouTube, Discord, all the good stuffs.
OnlyFans, Grindr,
Pornhub.
It's gone.
I remember when I actually read that. That was a good time.
Yeah, we'll have Kenny making TikToks as well. That's what everyone
Playing
wants
Victorious.
to see.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what people want to see.
Well, speaking of what people want to see,
Here we go.
Oh,
how
boy.
about what people want to hear? Top 3 stuffed animals in my man cave right now: Ollie the octopus, Wally the walrus, and Checkers the panda.
Checks out.
And with that, class dismissed. See you all next week.
Merry Christmas,
ya.
everybody.
Bye.
Merry Christmas.
Happy Yule.